You're right guys, how's it going? Welcome back to this interview, the channel for Southampton content. It's time to get into our pre-match content ahead of the trip to Spurs in the FA Cup 4th round replay this Wednesday night, obviously with a sold out away end, which is brilliant from the Saints fans, and obviously Spurs done pretty similar when they came down to us, so it's set to be another great game between two sides who are looking on the up now. Let's get into firstly the predicted 11. I think there'll be a couple of changes. I don't see there being wholesale changes like you saw in the last round against Huddersfield. He showed in the first game, Ralph, that he is taking it seriously, so I think he'll go strong. I think Angus Gunn will keep his place from the last cup game. Obviously conceded one, but made a couple of good saves, especially I think it was Son. He made a really good save from in the first half. So I think he'll keep his place in the team. Right back is a difficult one. I don't think Jan Valo is ready yet. He hasn't played any minutes at all, not even for the under-23s. Walker Peters obviously is on loan from Spurs and wasn't registered prior to the previous tie, so I don't think he can play. So I think it could be something like Ward-Prowse again. Obviously played there against Liverpool. I think he's going to have to fill in there again. We haven't really got much other choice unless he sticks with Danzo, but haven't seen him in the last game. He's not a right back, he's centre back. I think Ward-Prowse will slot in there. Backs I think will stay unchanged from the last game against Liverpool and in the last cup game. Jan Bednarak and Jack Stevens, they're both forming a pretty solid partnership now. Bar in the Palace game, they've played together a lot lately, since like November, September, so they're forming a good partnership, and ones which will be key on Wednesday night if we're to get through to place left back. I think Ryan Bertrand, I'd love to play Jake Vokins, but I just don't think he's ready to play in this sort of game yet, and Bertrand's experience will be quite key, I think, and help us to hopefully get over the line. Midfield, I think, similar to the weekend, Pierre Højbjerg and Romeo, I think both of them are solid enough, and Romeo's had not much game time lately, so it's a real chance for him to prove to Ralph that he should be in the side on a regular basis, because obviously he got dropped and then our form sort of picked up from there, so hopefully he can show us what he's got, sort of thing. And then in front of that, I think obviously Armstrong's still out, which is a bit of a shame. I think Gineppo will keep his place in the side, as well as Redmond on the right or even the left. Depends, they can both sort of interchange, but I think those two will be the wingers. Both did a good shift against Liverpool, but struggled to really create much going forward. Up front, I think Danny Ings, you've got to play Danny Ings. He hasn't scored a huge amount lately, but he's our best striker by quite a long way, and if we're going to score against Spurs, he's probably our most likely output, so I think he has to start. And given that after the Spurs game, we haven't got a game, I think it's 10 days for the Burnley game, so yeah, I think he has to start this one, despite his minutes sort of being managed lately. I think he's the best option up front, and I think alongside him, either Shane Long or Chadham's, or Obafemi even, but I think Chadham should get a go in this game. Might not necessarily be a popular opinion, but I think it's a real chance for him to prove himself in the FA Cup, and obviously got a lot of goals last year, so it'd be nice for him just to get on a good run, because the second striker spot alongside Ings certainly isn't nailed on, so there's a chance for him if he really wants it. I'll go through a team in 4 again. Angus Gunn in goal, Ryan Bertrand left back, James Ward-Prowse at right back, centre backs with Jan Bednarak and Jack Stevens, midfielder from Romeo and Højbjerg, wingers Gineppo, Redmond, up front Chadham and Danny Ings. You've got to let us know what you think of it. Obviously it's going to be quite a tough game, harder than maybe it might have been if we had played them a few days ago. Obviously they come off the back of beating City at home 2-0. They got, let's be real, they got destroyed really, but the City red card really did have an impact on the game, and City red card obviously Zinchenko got sent off, pulling back Winks, so it's going to be a tough game, but one which I think we can get something out of. And like I said earlier, all the fans going up there, and the incentive of Norwich at home in the 5th round, meaning we're 2 wins away from Wembley at semi-final, which obviously we reached a few years ago, so it'd be a big game for us, but it's going to be a tough game away from home. Obviously we scored right at the end of the last game, Buffel, which I think was fully deserved. I don't think we deserved to win, nothing at all, but I think a replay was fair for both sides, and I think Spurs will take it as seriously as we will. They proved in the first leg. Obviously we've had a day's extra rest for them, but hopefully that can prove to them that it is going to take seriously. So it should be a great game. A lot of us heading up there, I think, from the channel. Dan, Liam, me, Josh. So there'll be plenty of content out during the game on Instagram and Twitter and stuff, as well as after the game with the match review and stuff like that. So appreciate all your support, guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe.